今、それを証明してやる。モンスターをリンク召喚。クアドラップルコンタクト融合現れろ。エレメンタルヒーローコスモネオス。コスモネオスの効果発動。現れろエレメンタルヒーローグランネオス。ありがとう俺のデッキ。
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my new Neo-Spacian deck profile. Before I get into it, I want to thank everyone supporting the channel as we've hit 800 subscribers on YouTube. Quick reminder, make sure to turn on the notifications for new content and to also follow on Twitch for live streams. Onto the deck, right away ignore the 3 Dark Rulers and 2 Neo-Spacians. This is supposed to be 2 Cosmics and 3 Neo-Spacians, but I don't know what I was on that I thought 2 was enough. Neo-Spacians were actually requested for the channel before the update, but sadly I failed at making the deck work since we didn't have cards like Neo-Spacian, Contact Gate, and the old Master Rule restricted the deck really bad. Take 2 now, we have some good things going for the heroes. This deck can start off slow, but when you get the appropriate card set up, it can really explode with fusion monsters. Neo-Spacian is one of the star spells here as it fuels your graveyard with the needed Neo-Spacians to be used for Miracle Contact later on. You rarely want to see them in the hand unless you're using Convert Contact or discarding them with Keeper of Dragon Magic, a very good starter for the deck. Vision Hero Vyon is another normal summon, being able to send Shadow Mist to the grave to get 2 searches, giving you a Sunrise and Absolute Zero off 1 card. Alternatively, you could discard or send Shadow Mist to the grave with Neo-Spacian to do this combo differently. If you get enough Neo-Spacians out of the deck, you can set up for one of the boss contact fusions, Nebula Neos or Cosmo Neos. Nebula Neos is probably the more absurd out of the 2 since he can draw a truckload of cards and banish the entire field on the end phase, but Cosmo Neos has some rare situations where it will be relevant, mostly against lines of back row. The real boss monster of the deck, however, is probably Rainbow Neos. Unlike the contact fusions, this guy is easily summoned with a single Neos fusion, meaning all you have to do is search it or use it from the deck with Predaplant, Verte, Anaconda, which is something a lot of decks splash in. Rainbow Neos requires minimal setup and can easily clear a board of monsters or back row to attack with a whopping 4500 attack. It's hard to pass up on. Aside from that, the other contact fusions are dependent on your needs. Super Polymerization is always fun to throw in with Verte Anaconda, and you can also throw other stuff in the extra deck to help with it. Isolde is purely to search a fusion piece on her summon. Since you can't use its effect or summon it, it's pretty much safe for a discard, Polymerization, or Miracle Contact. Onto the replay, I'm going to showcase the 1 card Vyon combo I just spoke about. The only difference here is that we do have a Neo-Spacian for added setup and protection, but you do have to remember that you cannot special summon after you use it, making it the last thing you want to do. With Vyon, you want to send Shadow Mist to search Liquid Soldier and Polymerization. From there, you can fuse the 2 into Sunrise to search Miracle Fusion, and then use the grave to summon Absolute Zero. I didn't notice before, but it is highly recommended that you use Liquid Soldier's draw effect when he is banished from Miracle Fusion, and not when he is used for Polymerization. The reason here is that you risk drawing into Miracle Fusion first in the chain link, reducing your card advantage greatly. A minor thing to make note of, but from here we can use Neo-Spacian to summon a defensive Brave Neos and set up our graveyard for later on. Right off the bat, we walk into a DDD deck, which can be quite scary depending on what our opponent gets going. There's not really anything in the deck that gives us disruption outside of our text in Ash Blossom and Impermanence, so going first can be rough sometimes for this deck. Going second, however, you might end up in situations where you can use all of the initial combo stuff to bait your opponent's negates, while you have a Neo-Spacian waiting in hand to wipe their board with Rainbow Neos though. Thankfully, the opposing DDD deck doesn't get too crazy, so I'm pretty sure we can at least save a monster or 2 here and go on offense next turn. The Neo-Spacian in the hand is all we need to come back, but in the event our opponent could wipe our board, we have Convert Contact and a Neo-Spacian to try and pull some spice out of the deck. Our opponent does decide to attack, and the cool thing about Sunrise is his quick pop during the battle phase here. I didn't expect to lose Brave Neos' defense points here, so I decided to pop Absolute Zero, although I wasn't sure if that was a big brain play or a waste of an Absolute Zero since we could have popped a potential back row threat. The alternative, I suppose, would have been sacrificing Brave Neos, and then linking our Absolute Zero and normal summon away for a monster clear, and back row pop with Knightmare Phoenix. Random scenarios aside, we do draw into Keeper, which is cool since he can revive Neos from the grave. While it's irrelevant now, this can be useful in duels where you want to keep a Neos in the deck for later on. As long as our opponent's back row isn't anything crazy, we can definitely get lethal with Rainbow Neos without much effort. Ignoring the brain dead mistake I just made with Sunrise, we do get lethal here, so I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the replays. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gotcha! 魔法カード発動。ネオスフュージョン現れろ。エレメンタルヒーローブレイブネオス。来いネオスペーシアンエアハミングバード。来いネオスペーシアングランモール。現れろエレメンタルヒーローグランネオス。レインボードラゴンとネオスよ、俺たちの友情の証を示してくれ。現れろレインボーネオス。レインボーネオスのモンスター効果発動。ビヨンド・ザ・レインボーホール。魔法カード発動。ネオスフュージョン現れろエレメンタルヒーローブレイブネオス。見せてやる俺たちの絆の象徴、究極の力。速攻魔法発動超融合。 モンスターをリンク召喚。レインボードラゴンとネオス、俺たちの友情の証を示してくれ。現れろレインボーネオス。 トリプルコンタクト融合。現れろエレメンタルヒーローネビュラネオス。ネビュラネオスの効果発動。